Why don't we do it? Because it's more convenient to lean over. It'll be a lot easier. Okay, you will get loops. We all do. So you need to recognise immediately you've got it. Don't wait for the final part of this. Lack of one-to-one progression. Be aware there is a loop forming. It's kind of like a warning. It's coming. Once you get to paradoxical insertion, it's already formed and it's almost too late. So you should be picking it up at point 1 here. Lack of one-to-one progression, yeah. Loop coming up, it's kind of like a warning. You know, slow down. You may be able to push through that loop, but slow down because you're going to form it. And once you get to patient pain, it's a bit late, really. You shouldn't really be getting to that point. You should recognise this is happening. This is again like driving. Slow down because of the conditions. Once you get to pain, that's like crashing. That's it, it's over. Game over. Play the next game. Years ago, 1999, I came up with this algorithm which really works. So if you will get some looping, bound to, that's the anatomy. There's no pain, gently push through it. If there's not, pull back with torque. Again, second most common problem with people is actually with the torque. If you look at the colonoscopy and what's happening to it, it's got to be at least 180 degrees of torque you put on before you pull back, when you pull back. Not 20. So people do about 20 degrees, pull it back in again, loops again, keeps on going. And if that doesn't work, try anticlockwise. If that doesn't work, same thing, change position. All of those things, I've introduced those last two parts in 1999. And now we'll go right back to the first stage, which is don't make loops in the first place. And that should be a challenge. I mean, the great thing about colonoscopy is it's a challenge. And try and get around there without forming any kind of loop at all. But the critical thing is, if you do, you've got to be able to straighten it before you even think about polypectomy. Because if you try polypectomy with a non-straight scope, you'll get the polyp out straight, then it bleeds. Can you get back there? No, you can't. So if you can't drive your colonoscope like a Formula 1 car, don't start your polypectomy. You all know now have this national training program. The bottom part of this still isn't happening, and that's a sad thing. We give people basic skills courses, but the continued training in units due to pressures of workload and everything else isn't happening. Every time we do a colon course, we get people coming up, oh, I don't have dedicated training in this. There are always 12 points on the list. You can't teach somebody that way. So it's critical that we bring forward a generation, because we are going into a generational screening. Flexi-6 screening is coming. But there's no point in just doing it, but as Paddy said, if you don't find the polyps, it's not going to make a difference. We have made a difference. These are results of 2011 BSG Audubon colonoscopy.